Hey, welcome everybody from the YouTube. This is Zachimus Prime, aka Zachimus Prime, bringing you the Transformers review. And today, thanks to my buddy who's loaned me all of his Wave 1 figures, I am showing you the Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Dreadwind. And as you see, Dreadwind is basically a remold of this guy. You've got the same fuselage, the same legs up here, the same tail fins, the same wings, though they're not mounted the same way. This is mounted directly onto his shoulders, and this one is mounted directly onto this other part here. They've got the same legs, and they look like they have the same arms, but they don't. If you'll notice here, like this detail is the same, except you've got this cavity here, which is meant to reduce plastic shrinkage. And this, because they've changed this up, this is a circular joint here, whereas here it was a little rectangular peg. I do believe they are still running the same forearms, and probably the same legs, if I'm being honest. So a lot of remolding, but I think it's really good remolding, actually. It gets the whole point across without being obnoxious. That is like, hey, it's like exactly the freaking same. But yeah, in his vehicle mode, he looks pretty good. He does come with some accessories that you can attach onto him. You've got his gun here, his gun pistole, which you can, plug into this port here, or plug underneath the wing, or you can plug it on the top. Just all up to you. You can also plug it into the hand, so wherever you want. He also comes with the gun thingamajig, the hand gun thingamajig. The sculpt of the back of this hand is unique, but the rest of this hand is all the same as all the other ones, like the thumbs and the fingers and whatnot. You can attach this on here like so. And you can completely lose what fraction of aerodynamic ability you had before. He also does have little foot ports here, this being like one of the only new molds for this mode. They threw in a couple of foot pegs so you can have your Titan Masters or Prime Masters, as the case may be. If I can get his feet to even sit in there, stand on there, and he can, while you're flying at several hundred miles per hour, just chill out up there, as you do. To get this guy transformed up into his robot mode. Oh, by the way, one other thing he's going to do in his vehicle mode, if you take these and you pull them out and you peg them back here, when the Darkwing or Blackwing comes out, it's going to peg them like right here, and they're going to like make like a combined one, like the G1 figures did. I think that's cool. I actually think that's a pretty snazzy thing that they're doing, that they remembered that we had a gimmick back then. But yeah, anyhow, to get him transformed up into his robot mode, actually I wanted the wings back there already. Why smart? Open these up. This is a Combiner Wars figure. This is like literally a remold of the Combiner Wars figure, so everything is going to happen exactly as you would expect, precisely down to the very, like, each individual move. This is going to rotate up exactly like the Combiner Wars figure. This is going to fold back and then plug back into itself. The head rotates around, and you have Dreadwind in his robot mode. And he's about like what you'd expect. The colors are pertinent. The sculpt works really well for him. Oh, shoot, let me get that. There we go. Sorry, the colors are good. The sculpt is what works really well for him. He's a good representation of the G1 character. And I think he's good for what we got. You know, this is probably going to be as good of a Dreadwind as we're ever getting out of the first party community. I don't know, maybe some third party guy will make a set of them, and they'll actually probably be really cool. But shh, I'm not saying that here. This is an official video. So in terms of articulation, his arms will rotate. His head is on a ball joint. Well, his head is technically on a ball joint, but there's really not much. It really just rotates. Shoulders rotate. It'll go out that far, all the way, full tree pose right there. Bicep swivel, elbow, single joint here, a little bit more than 90 degrees, not much, but a little bit. No wrist articulation whatsoever. He does have a cut below this here, some waist articulation. He will do the most of a Van Damme, like 60%, 70% maybe, 65% of a Van Damme. That's something. Knees are about 90 degrees. You got wings just hanging off of them. You can fold them forwards if you prefer. I don't know that this necessarily looks any better. But hey, you know, it's whatever you want to do, man. However you like it best. No articulation in the foot either. So yeah, he will hold his gun happily. Maybe not happily, I don't know. But he will hold his gun. He will also attach, if you flip down this panel right here, he will also attach this this little fist thing to his chest. And you know what? That almost works. That almost looks like chest armor, you know? It sticks way the hell out. It's a bit more obvious if he's not holding his gun too, but it like sticks way the hell out. But I mean, we've got Transformers whose like car chest, for example, is not as obtrusive. It is more obtrusive than this. So I mean, this is actually one of the better executions of what I think is kind of a dumb design. If you want to store it on the back, you can like put it on his butt like that, which doesn't make it any better. But hey, you know what? Prime Masters. I mean, yeah, power of the primes. Let's go. The back of, when you have it on here on his chest, you can power up with a Prime Master. I don't have any Prime Masters, so we're just going to pull this off. Like the other ones I've been pointing out, this does turn into a gun. Because this is molded in opaque plastic, you can actually really see the gun details and design. Like this is clearly meant to be a gun that's like flat, completely flat on top. And he can hold that, so he can dual wield his guns, you know, or he can just like take them to show them off at the gun show. You can stick a Prime Master / Titan Master, same thing basically, except when you put it in here, it's not going to have a face. It's going to be some sort of like weird geometric design. So then he can be powered up. But yeah, I think it's kind of silly. Getting him into his combined mode is basically the same as it was in Combiner Wars when we had this guy. And so basically what you're going to do is, we'll put him into foot mode real quick. You start off more or less in jet mode. Let's get him back into that real quick. All right. You're going to fold down his arms, tab these back in. This little tab in his forearm goes into this tab here. Like so. Do it the same with the other side. We're going to keep his wings folded back for this mode here. Maybe what we'll do is we'll fold them like this. I don't know. They seem to stick out a bit more. Maybe we'll like raise them up ever so slightly. Yeah, that's great. And yeah, this will plug in, and there he is in his leg mode, I guess. And the Voyager figure comes with the foot that goes on here. Each deluxe class figure comes with just the fist. This does not have a foot mode. Try as I might, you can't even pretend a foot mode out of it. Yeah. So so the Voyager is going to come with 2 feet, and each deluxe comes with 1 foot or 1 hand, which means that you get a surplus of feet. Sorry, a surplus of hands, all in all. So everybody's going to have to come up with something clever to do with that on their own. To get this guy into arm mode, we're going to extend out the legs again. And then the arms. Where are the tabs on this guy? There's usually some sort of really slight retaining tab. And I didn't mess with this guy because I figured he was just the same as... Ta-da! I didn't mess with this guy ahead of time because I figured he was basically just the same as the other one. But yeah, so I guess you're going to have to fold something back and just pretend. So that gets out of the way. And yeah, there he is. You'll go like this, and you'll go like this, and you'll go like this. And there he is. He is a 4-fingered, 2-thumbed hand, you know? It's the 6-fingered man. You killed my father, prepare to die. And that's something. I don't know if I'm doing this right, because as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking that these are going to get in the way of this joint. So maybe they go like this. Yeah, that looks better, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so there he is in our mode. And that's Dreadwing. He's not a bad figure. He's kind of fun. I think he's a pretty good representation given what we got of the G1 figure, and he's gonna do some interesting things, especially if you get his other guy, who is Blackwing, because you know Dreadwing is a duck now. So, alrighty, everybody, be awesome, be good to each other, have a wonderful day. See ya.